seem real, does it?
Run! We stick together, we got a better shot of surviving.
Maybe someone's out there.
Everyone likes time traveling, and well, the series I'll be reviewing today has a lot of that. I mean, this series really is a great way to portray time traveling, and they did it perfectly. The series I'm talking about is Brea. Now, I was kind of skeptical about entering this series due to the low rating IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes gave it, but my gosh, did they misunderstand the series. The very first time. My rating definitely won't be the same as those two, and I'll explain soon. It's top ranking here, and today I'll be reviewing and rating Brea. Please don't forget to subscribe, leave a like and turn on that bell icon for more amazing videos of reviews on your favorite movies, TV series and anime. Welcome. So from the get-go, I can let you know that I enjoyed this series. The ratings that both Rotten Tomatoes and IMDb gave for this series was shocking to me after giving it a watch. So let's get the summary of the story without giving out major spoilers. The story starts off with this family in a car in Los Angeles. Eve being the mother and her daughter and son who goes by Izzy and Josh. So they're in traffic when tragedy strikes, a sudden crack happens and the grounds start to fall. With this happening, a huge sinkhole appears, and both Eve and Josh unfortunately fell into the sinkhole. Now this is where things get pretty interesting. Eve wakes up to find out that she's still alive and that she's in some strange place. She then follows a smoke, where she meets this guy on her way, and they both reach the place where everyone gathered up. Now let's get introduced to the next main character, being Eve's husband, Gavin. Now Gavin is the character that you really got to pay attention to, since he is a key part in this entire story. So Gavin's been having these visions for years now, and now that this happened, his visions are starting to make sense. Later on you will understand why he is having these visions. Rather, are they really visions or some much more? After having these visions and realizing that his family and the rest of the people are still alive, Gavin and Izzy seek help from Dr. Sophia and her team. This is when they get approval for a rescue mission to send in a plane to save the people down in the sinkhole. While this is happening, the survivors are trying to adapt to their supposedly new home. They slowly start realizing that they are in the past as they encounter animals that would be extinct in the year 2021. Things slowly start picking up as each episode you get more information on what is happening and why all these things are happening. Now I would continue the summary, but it would be pretty much hard to without giving out crazy spoilers. So now let's talk about the series. Firstly, the story is pretty good. I really enjoyed following it. I like how everything was connected, making a full circle. The way each episode pieced the story together piece by piece was amazing. It's like this big puzzle, and each episode one piece is put in. Basically, at the end of the season we have only 25% of the story. The thing I also like is how the story for season 1 ended, revealing there is way much more for us to know and find out. Even during the season, we got to know about other existing people other than those at the fort, which I would love to see, and how they are. The thing I also like about this story is how they explain everything happening clearly, and you won't be confused on what's going on with it. Also, this being a part of the story, I like how they reveal it. They really were great, especially that reveal we got about Gavin and why he had those visions. So now we have talked about how really good the story was and how much I understood and enjoyed it. So now we are still going to be on the story side, but this is more the story of the characters, basically side stories. I enjoyed every side story, which would also help develop characters and see how relationships between those characters changes. From the side story of Gavin, Eve and Levi, to Scott and Lucas's story on getting Lucas drugs back, and of course Lucas and Mary Beth. These were all great side stories for the character, seeing their character and relationships all develop. Like for example, the way Lucas and his mother Mary Beth entered in the series with their relationship being bad, to the end we see Lucas and his mother's relationship change into a good one, and this led to an emotional ending as the season finale ended in tragedy for one of them. The next example I'd like to add is the story about Veronica and Lily. This story was probably one of the more shocking to me and other fans. I mean, from the beginning of the season, you realized that something was up with those two, but you just couldn't put your mind to what was wrong. This is until Lily gets herself involved by seeing a dead body, causing the survivors to ask her questions. This is where we find out what is really going on with those two, and it was definitely a tragic story. Even to the very end, we see that their story of their relationship continues. So now that I mentioned the side story of the characters, let's talk about the characters. All the characters were amazing, the way that they played out their role so perfectly was amazing. There was not one boring moment with those characters, especially Scott, he being the humor of the group. I really enjoyed the jokes he gave out. I would like to say that they were questionable acting moments that would definitely push the rating down, but in all honesty, these are some great characters. Now this is where I'll say the rating of this series goes down, is definitely the parts with the animals. I mean, I like the idea of the extinct animals, and me being a fan of animals in general, seeing extinct animals definitely made me happy. However, I feel like more could have been added, and the animals could have been used more. Also, we got to talk about this CGI, really ain't that good. I mean, it's bearable to the most, but I would like much more, and if this could be the case, I know for sure the rating will go up. The concept of this series is really amazing. Well, I think they did a good job delivering it. I know they could have done more to push out the series even more. While I think that the rating IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes both gave this series were absolutely wrong, and I would admit that the series could have delivered way more than it did, my rating definitely wouldn't be so low. I'm praying that season 2 can deliver more and increase the rating of those big shots, because I would love for people to get into the series. I've already recommended this to my friends and family and hope that more can see the potential of this series and see that it's actually a really decent series and story to follow. Now let's see how my rating will be compared to others' ratings. As I said, the story was really enjoyable, and even the side story was nice to follow. The characters are all above average, and their development was amazingly done. The relationships between the characters were also done pretty well. Yes, I do believe that with this concept, the potential the series would have given is more than what it delivered, but I still enjoyed the series. I would not hate on the series or give it a low rating due to the fact that it didn't live up to its level of potential. Also, the bad CGI is something I will be looking at when giving this series its rating. You can tell that my rating obviously won't be the same as the other, but what really will it be like? Now this series isn't near the best I've seen nor the worst, so you already know it's average. However, I believe that it went a little above the mark to put itself above average at best. It's top ranking here, and I will love to give Brea a solid rating of 7.8. Definitely not a bad series, especially for a first season. However, they could have done more to live it up to its true potential. Now with season 2 being confirmed, I hope that they stay true to their words and deliver. What I really would like is for season 2 to be even better. I mean, we have a lot to go with in season 2. I can't wait to see the story play out and what other mysteries will be revealed, but with all honesty, I enjoyed this first season and definitely will be checking out season 2. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you all enjoyed it. Leave a comment for any series you all think I should watch and make a video on. Appreciate everyone, stay safe and continue going for your dreams and goals. Till next time, stay chillin'.